Hey traders, Raghee here, and in this recap video I'm going to go over today's NASDAQ trade and share a couple setups that are ones that I might look at into tomorrow in terms of the way in which we sold off. So first of all, one of the things that I've been recommending for what I call the clearing range trade, or otherwise known as the 30-minute breach, is for some of you to go to a 1-minute chart. And the 1 minute was pretty key here. Now, you don't have to go to a 1-minute chart, but it does give you a little bit more detail, a little bit more insight as to what happens during that 30-minute span between 9:30 and 10. In fact, you're getting 30 candles, 30 1-minute candles, so you can see trends or chop shape up a little bit better. In this case, you'll notice that during that span between 9:30 and 10 Eastern, by 9:52, we started looking at the transition of green. It looked like we had a strength right on the open, to neutral with the blue, and then to a little bit more, as you can see, bearishness with the red. And as we went into the end of the clearing period by 10 a.m. Eastern, we started plotting the propulsion dots. That's representative of the 13 and 21 EMAs becoming valid resistance, and there being acceleration to the downside with those dots showing up. Now realize those dots really are kind of an evolved new way of looking at exponential moving averages, because once these dots verify the environment is right to consider those EMAs, they'll light up, and they light up over where those EMAs would be had you had that exponential moving average active on your chart. So these are almost like self-correcting exponential moving averages. Now you'll notice they turned on, we had plenty of dots, and so there was 2 orders that I sent out to members. And so by about 10:07, I said, look, we've got a 35 or a 30 short that we can take and try to take advantage of movement to the downside with a 69.05 target. Now later on, I did let traders know that you could take an optional 69.15. Both targets were met, and you pretty much know what the day presented. So that was a really nice trade, and we gave about a 7-minute heads up before the trade triggered. Now in the meanwhile, as the market was selling off, the other part of this trade is, are there going to be opportunities to buy into the weakness? And that's something I'm really keen on, because when you juxtapose what's happening intraday with today's weakness, longer term, look at the EMAs. They're lit up again, both the 13 EMA and 21 EMA, by way of what we call the propulsion dots. So we do have acceleration. We do have some nice support on the longer term daily time frame, meaning that if I can pull back to right now a zone that is in between the 13 and 21 EMA, in line with the 34 EMA on the high, and I have some previous support and resistance by way of the automated support and resistance of the Darvis 2.0 tool, I've got a pretty good buyable zone. And the more weakness we get, the closer we get. And it kind of brings forward a concept that I try to remind my traders, which is sometimes the most bullish thing you can be is a near-term bear, meaning that it's the weakness that's going to carry us to this correction and continuation trade. So I'm very interested in that kind of buy, and I'll be keeping an eye on that. If we get another day of weakness, we'll probably get another clearing range short. But in the back of my mind, I want to remember that there is still a certain amount of uptrending organization in the NASDAQ. And it's not just the NASDAQ that's behaving this way. We'll talk about the S&P and the Dow in the premium video, as well as targets met in silver and a number of currencies that I'm actually watching as well right now. All right, see you in the next update.